Welcome to the History in Focus channel. In today's video, we dive into one of the strangest images from the archives of medical history. At first glance, it looks like a device from a horror film. But what if I told you it was once considered cutting-edge science? This bizarre-looking contraption is a cephalometric measurement device used in the early 20th century to map out the exact proportions of the human face. Doctors and scientists believed that by analyzing symmetry and bone structure, they could define the perfect face. It was also used in fields like plastic surgery, orthodontics, and even early film production, where lighting and camera angles depended heavily on facial structure. But while the intentions may have been scientific, the visual impact of the device tells another story, one of obsession with perfection. Today, we look back at this photo, not just as a piece of medical history, but as a symbol of how far we've gone in the name of science and beauty. Was this a groundbreaking invention or just one of the creepiest experiments ever conducted? Let us know what you think in the comments. Photo is not what it seems. At first glance, you might believe you're looking at a secret Nazi war machine or a lost piece of futuristic military technology. But take a closer look. This is history reimagined. The image shows soldiers seemingly engaged in a World War II battle, while a towering mechanized walker looms in the background. However, this is a modern-day creation using digital editing or visual effects, likely inspired by diesel punk or alternate history genres, where real historical settings are blended with fictional technology. Such creations explore the question, what if history had taken a different path? These walking war machines are commonly seen in speculative fiction, including video games and movies like Wolfenstein or Iron Sky. This striking image reminds us that while history is fixed, imagination knows no limits. Blending past and future, truth and fiction, images like this challenge how we view the world and the stories we tell. What do you think? Should these alternate histories stay in fiction, or do they help us understand our real past in new ways? Today's image might be one of the most unsettling yet fascinating ones we've ever shared. At first glance, you might wonder if this is a scene from a nightmare, but no, it's real. The question is, who wore this and why? This disturbing figure is believed to be part of a 1920s stage or festival costume, likely used in avant-garde theater or folk celebrations. With its exaggerated gloves, worn fur suit, and haunting mask, the goal was to leave an unforgettable impression on the audience. This kind of costume was common in German expressionist theater, where surreal and psychological elements were used to confront emotions like fear, anxiety, and the subconscious. Today, it looks almost like a creature from a horror story, but back then it was a bold form of artistic expression. Whether it was performance art or cultural ritual, this photo reminds us that the line between creativity and madness is sometimes razor thin. Is this image a glimpse into the artistic courage of the past or a disturbing relic of forgotten performances? Share your thoughts below. We bring you a surprising photograph from over a century ago. While electric scooters might seem like a modern invention, this image tells a very different story. This photo, taken in 1916, shows a woman standing proudly on a motorized scooter, known at the time as the Autopt. Manufactured in New York, the Autopt was one of the world's first electric or gasoline-powered scooters, designed for city commuting long before traffic jams and climate awareness became global concerns. The woman in the image challenges every assumption we might have about early 20th century mobility, fashion, and gender roles. Riding an advanced piece of tech, in full Edwardian dress, she represents a moment where tradition and innovation collided. This striking image reminds us that innovation doesn't always belong to the future. Sometimes it's hidden in the past, waiting to be rediscovered. Did you expect to see an electric scooter in 1916? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We uncover a haunting image from one of the darkest periods in modern history. It's not a scene from a science fiction movie. It's a real moment frozen in time, reflecting the terror of an invisible enemy in the air. The photo shows a mother and her baby during World War II, both equipped with gas protection gear. While the mother wears a standard-issue gas mask, the infant is enclosed in a specialized gas-proof baby carrier, designed to protect even the youngest lives from chemical attacks. These devices were especially used in Britain, where fear of gas warfare loomed large during air raids. The baby chamber, often pumped with clean air via a manual or battery-operated filter, looked strange, but for many, it was a lifeline. Mothers were trained to use these in seconds, often during drills that simulated actual bombing raids. This chilling image reminds us of the constant anxiety that shadowed civilian life during wartime. Behind every gas mask was a story of love, fear, and survival. What do you see in this picture? Ingenuity or desperation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Image looks like something out of a war movie, but this monstrous machine was real, or at least partially real. It's a reminder of how ambition in warfare can sometimes outpace practicality. The image depicts what appears to be a Nazi supertank, possibly inspired by the real-life German Landkreuzer P-1000 Rada, a proposed ultra-heavy tank designed during World War II. Weighing over 1,000 tons, the Rada was so large that it would have crushed roads and needed its own support units to move. Though only planned on paper, many images and renderings have circulated, blending real WWE tanks with exaggerated fictional components. The one shown here, with its enormous cannon and exaggerated scale, has likely been digitally altered or fabricated as a what-if visualization. Whether myth or reality, this image represents a powerful idea: sometimes bigger isn't better, especially in war. What do you think? Was this an over-the-top Nazi dream, or could such a tank have changed history if completed? Image combines one of the most perplexing maritime mysteries in history with a fantastical twist. What happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste, a ship found adrift in perfect condition, yet completely abandoned? Could the answer lie not in the sea, but in the sky? In 1872, the Mary Celeste was discovered floating in the Atlantic Ocean with no one aboard. The crew's personal belongings were untouched, the cargo was intact, and the ship showed no signs of struggle or damage. Even stranger, the last entry in the ship's logbook was made 10 days earlier and offered no clues. The lifeboat was missing, but there were no signs of panic. Many theories have been proposed: piracy, mutiny, poisoning, but none have been confirmed. One of the most bizarre: alien abduction. As strange as it sounds, some believe the crew was taken by an unknown force, lifted into the sky, leaving the ship behind, like a floating ghost. The image above is an artistic interpretation of that theory: a massive UFO abducting the entire crew in a beam of light. Whether paranormal or not, the Mary Celeste remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Do you believe in the extraordinary, or is there a more rational explanation we've yet to uncover?